Hello, Leo. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. My name is Natalie, sorry. Today's reading is going to be about career and money for you, Leo. And this is going to be for January. This may or may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't resonate with you, check out your Mars sign, your moon and rising as well. So this is going to be an oracle card from the Rebel deck that I'm going to pull first, followed by tarot and some other oracles. All right, so what we have for you today, Leo, is card number 23, and it says, defend to the end the worthwhile. And I see that a lot of pain has been inflicted here, like there's a lot of sorrow or crying over spilt milk. Like I see this person looks sad, looks tired, and there's an owl above her head, so it's asking her to be, or him to be wise and maybe use their intuition as well in order to get to the right answers. But definitely the message to defend to the end, because it's worthwhile, is it's a battle. It's not the war. You haven't won the war yet. It's a battle. And you're in the process of going till the end. So keep it up. Just continue doing what you're doing with regards to work, career, or money. It could be also your day-to-day activities, basically. So if you're going to school, college, university, it may be tough go. Maybe exams are coming right up from the get-go. You have to keep studying. I know at the time that I'm recording this, it's kind of like downtime for most of us, but a new year is starting, and from what I hear, the new year is going to be extremely demanding on people, seeing that last year was a difficult year, and businesses were not that profitable last year, so I know that this year is going to be a challenge for most people in terms of work. So having said that, I'm going to dive right into the tarot for Leo, for career and money. For Leo, career and money. You've got the Page of Swords. That's good. Leo, career and money. We'll see if that Page of Swords comes back. All right, so the very first card will be you in the present. So you've got the Queen of Swords, even better, okay? You've got the opposing forces or obstacles is the Knight of Cups. You have the desires and aspirations as a Death card. Your guidance is the Ace of Cups. And the outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. All right, the bottom of the deck is the Empress. Good, abundance. So new ideas, new opportunities are coming to you in January, Leo. And they speak of abundance. So, this is good. And maybe this feeling that you have starting the year in January is that you're tired, you're exhausted, you remember 2020, and you have to keep going on, right? Starting a new year, like I said, closing up a very difficult year and starting up another difficult year. So yeah, it is part two. Part one was in 2020. This will be part two now, entering 2021. It may be challenging at first, okay? But hang in there. It's worthwhile. So what we have here, as the you now, is the Queen of Swords. And first of all, I must say there's a lot of people on this card. There's a Knight, there's a Queen, and there's a Death card, which is a major arcana. But there's a lot of cerebral activity and also a lot of emotional stuff going on. So the Queen of Swords is one that has been there, done that. She's been through the ringer and she's learned from it, right? So, it wasn't always easy at work or whatever you're doing. You've had to make some decisions at times and cut out some things, things that were hindering you or things that were just not working out for you. You may have changed careers a couple of times. Or if you're in school, you may have changed programs. But having said that, you are on a good path and you know up to where to go. Like you know when to stop. You know when to use that sword and cut things out again. You have a clear mind about this and you know what your limits are. And I think, we talked about intuition in this card a little earlier. You exactly know that. It's kind of, you're at the point where you know your body and you know how your body is going to react or behave under certain circumstances, and you're not going to let yourself get there so that it will hinder or harm you in any way, with the stress levels or anxiety or things like that. You're going to put an end to things that are causing you to maybe go down the wrong path and maybe affect your health or affect your clarity of mind. So this is good. I mean, it's a very good card to have. All right, so the obstacle at the moment is the Knight of Cups. So there's offers that are not coming in. So you're hoping to start the new year with, lots of activities, lots of projects, but nothing is coming in to you yet. You may have a lot of administrative stuff to do when you get back to work in January. You may have a lot of obligations, but it seems like nothing is coming in yet. So like if you're working in sales or you're doing, that kind of job where you're selling your materials or you're selling someone else's materials, it doesn't matter what it is, or you're doing some contracting work, nothing new is closing, nothing new is being offered. Like no one's communicating necessarily to you directly in the new year to be able to start something new. Although the abundance card is there, you will have something coming. It's just not happening right away. Your desires is that there will be change. You know that 2020 forced us to change significantly in what we were doing. But you're hoping that more change comes because, the expectations are there this year for much greater performance on most people. And you're hoping that something else will change to help you, enable you to be able to perform the way we're all supposed to be performing this year. Your guidance is to have, I will see this in the context of self-love. You need to check out or look out for number 1 first before promising or over-delivering, right? The Ace of Cups is abundance of love, but there's only 1 cup, so it's not necessarily shared with someone else. But to me, it speaks of you needing to love yourself first. So check out, make sure that you use your intuition from the Queen of Swords and love yourself. Make sure that you're in a good place first before it gets too far, and that you end up, going down the wrong path. And the wrong path could be, feeling extremely tired, feeling depressed or anxiety or things like that. You need to take care of yourself. So maybe getting some sleep, some rest during this time period, because I'm recording this between Christmas and New Year's. So maybe this is what you need to do now in order to recharge that battery properly for January. And your outcome is the 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, you do have things that you've started in 2020 that you've worked towards, and you need to wait. They're not ready to be picked yet. They're not fulfilled yet. So the offers or when I talk about offers, I think, people coming to you, customers or clients, soliciting you, asking you for advice or for your help or your assistance or giving you a contract of some kind. It's not there yet. So these sales or these contracts are not to fruition. You have to be patient. You may have more work to do in order to get them to close properly. Okay? So I'm going to take a Dixit card now from this pile here. I'm just going to grab one haphazardly. And you have the fox and the mice, and the mouse, I should say. So in this context, I would say be clever, be wise, because we do have the owl on here as well, on this card. Be wise. See the owl up there. Be wise. Make sure that you do hunt. And this is what's going on here. You're hunting. But be clever so that you don't scare that mouse away. Maybe be more reserved in your approach. And don't be too aggressive in your approach. Like almost be sneaky in your approach if you want to target people or customers or clients that you need to follow up with. Use your skills. Use your wise skills of properly asking questions, right? To peeling the onion to get to the reasons why things are not closing. And again, you've got the Lilies card, which is from Lenormand. This is, again, a card of maturity, a card of peace. So it's asking you to be mature in this action, in these follow-ups, in whatever you're going to be doing in January. Make sure that you are mature, almost like noble. Because I see nobility in this. Traditionally, it's fleur de lis. On some of the decks that I have, it's a fleur de lis. And the fleur de lis is associated with the French aristocracy. So it could be also be noble with the way that you express yourself in January. I'm going to pick a card from an animal deck now for you. 3 came out, so let's just read the first ones. We have the puffin, which speaks of partnerships. And it says, and I'm going to read it because there's a little statement on the bottom. It says, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So that's good. Yeah, we're never alone, right? Especially if you work in a company, we're never alone. So what comes right after that is kind of interesting because this probably corresponds with the Empress where we talk about abundance. We have 2 cards that speak of basically the same thing. The hummingbird that says miracles, and then the dragonfly that says magic. So the hummingbird saying miracles says, you are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. So, keep your spirits high and keep singing, as would a beautiful bird, but I've never heard a hummingbird make any sounds. But it says to stay positive and stay in the love, in the light. I really like hummingbirds because, there's a saying I've also heard too. Hummingbirds are like, this is just a spiritual thought that I'm getting. If a hummingbird comes to your garden, I was always told that it is someone from the beyond that comes to see you. It's just the same thing as cardinals. So if you are in an area of the world where hummingbirds are flying around at the moment, check out for them. Maybe it's someone coming and telling you, hang in there because, I'm there with you. I'm here. And maybe when you're asking for help, ask for help from, those that have left us. And if you are visited by a hummingbird, know that it is someone that you care very much that's come to see you, to uplift your spirits. And then the last card is Dragonfly Magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. This kind of goes with the Death card, what you actually are wishing for, that there is a change. And maybe that change is not necessarily with work, but it is with you. as in this card suggests, that it would be with you, the change. Interesting. Let's grab another card on that. I'm going to just ask from this deck here about the death card. Give me clarity on the death card as your aspirations and desires for your career and your money. It'll be this one. Okay, so it's the Hangman. So again, another major arcana. Yeah, you know what? The Hangman, this is like seeing from a different perspective, the Hangman. Instead of looking at him straight on, we're looking at from behind him. And we're seeing that he's hanging from the tree, right? Upside down. And you've got a mob of people that are kind of angry. So maybe you want this change to be reflective on how people see you. Yeah, these people are condemning him. And basically they're shouting out, you know, I'm saying crucify him, but yeah, you've probably ticked off some people in the past, and you just hope that somehow you're going to have a different reputation coming into the new year. Maybe you need to change your approach. Maybe you've said some things or done some things in a harsh way, and you need to just take a step back and work on yourself a little bit and change your approach with people at work or at school or wherever. But I think if you do that, you're going to be okay, because the abundance card is there, the Empress is there. And then here we have, yeah, the Three of Wands, which is the card of you having done some work, you've... and this is like the ships card. You're waiting for your ships to come in. So you've done some work. You've put out some quotes out there and things like that. And you're just waiting on receiving. And then you have the Three of Cups, which is great because it's like a celebration. So happiness, celebration. So you're going to be happy at one point. You just need to hang in there. It's coming, okay? All right, Leo, so maybe I'll pull another card from this one here. This is the final outcome of the outcomes. This is called the After Tarot. For Leo. Okay, right there, High Priestess. Yeah, the High Priestess is about using your intuition. And on this card, her eyes are open. So not only is she using her intuition, she is now seeing clearly, you know, with her real vision. But some news have come to you, and it almost seems like it almost seems like now she has all the answers. Like, and you know, usually the moon is above. It's at the top. The moon's fallen, and it almost seems like it's a river of tears, right? Or water. So maybe there was some tears to be shed, like, and we did see that here with tears. Maybe you've had some pain, and that made you cry for a moment. But now you've let it go, and you've picked yourself up again. And you've got all the answers in your hands. You've got the 2 keys, which I don't believe are on the cards usually. And you also have your scroll. So you have your answers, and you have all your tools. Clarity of mind in order to be able to move on. So there may be a few hardships in January. And I think you need to go back to number 1 again. Take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself first. And your approach with others needs to be clever and careful and mature, wise. Because some change is coming to you. you're hoping for change, and maybe it is that you have to do some soul searching to change your approach, to change the perception of how people see you at your workplace. I don't see a whole lot of money on here. I see more inner work that's going to put you in a right place to start off the year on the right foot, or at least for the first month. All right, Leo, so I hope this was helpful. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me in the future, please hit subscribe and the bell notification. So all the best to you for the new year, 2021, Leo. Bye-bye.